Forge your inner armor. A cat can stare for long minutes, poised and ready, waiting for a mouse. But the moment its prey appears, it strikes with deadly accuracy. An NFL quarterback has 3 seconds to do his job. When the ball is snapped, 22 big men begin moving very quickly. The quarterback falls back, hearing groans as bodies smash, and 100,000 fans screaming as loud as a jet engine. Threats rush into his peripheral vision, but he focuses downfield, tracking his receivers and their defenders, calculating vectors and velocities. He processes this maelstrom of noise and data, and he acts in the time that it takes you to say, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Cats and quarterbacks have an uncommon ability to focus. Why? Well, the answer lies in a story about cats, the space race, and secret rocket fuels. In 1968, Dr. Barry Sterman, a neuroscientist at the University of California, Los Angeles, was experimenting with cats. He discovered that when their brain waves hit a very particular frequency, somewhere around 12 to 15 hertz, the wave took on an unusual shape. It would sort of flatten out for a few seconds, drifting like a ball on the wind. Sterman called this wave pattern sensory motor rhythm, or SMR. Using operant conditioning, Dr. Sterman reinforced the pattern with rewards. And after a while, the cat's brains produced SMR waves all the time. Shortly afterward, Sterman got a research grant from NASA to test the effects of new rocket fuels on animals. He used the cats that he already had in his lab, exposing them to the dangerous chemical hydrazine and recording the results. About half the cats had epileptic seizures, but the rest seemed almost immune, and Sterman couldn't figure out why. What was different about these cats that protected their systems from seizures? His team dissected some of them, but found no anatomical differences between the cats that seized and those that didn't. Then it occurred to someone in the lab. The cats that were nearly immune to seizures had been the same ones that were used in the sensory motor rhythm experiments, but the cats that reacted badly to the hydrazine hadn't. Somehow, the cats whose brains had been trained to develop SMR patterns had developed more resilient nervous systems. It was the only difference that they could discover. So, how can the quarterback read all the complex variables of time, speed, and distance, analyze them in real time, make a decision, and then execute it with a well-thrown pass, all in less time than it takes me to read that sentence? How does a jazz musician close his eyes and play for 30 minutes without sheet music, improvising, adapting, and harmonizing with the other players? They have all developed SMR brainwave patterns that help them to function in the zone. Those crazy, lazy plateaus in SMR waves increase creativity and processing speed. When the brain is in its sweet spot, it's better able to resist stress, distraction, and disease. It has uncommon focus. A strong body begins with a strong brain. Begin forging your inner armor.